Rebecca Sylvain, founder and owner of Nannies and Kids United, and also the child care expert. So today what this video is going to be about is the difference between a nanny agency and a nanny site where you can find your own nannies and babysitter. So pretty much what a nanny agency does is make your life 10 times easier. I'm telling you, like, they'll do everything for you 10 times easier. So let's see, we're gonna start with that. So with a nanny agency, typically the coordinator will kind of get an understanding of your wants and needs from your family on what exactly you are seeking in a child care professional. Then after they get an understanding and do that relationship building, that's when they'll put out a job search to find your potential child care professional based on your wants and needs. I call it an in-home consultation or a phone consultation, whichever nanny agencies do. Then after that, basically what a nanny agency does is pretty much match a nanny or a babysitter with families like you that kind of just, pertain to your wants and needs. So after they do that, they pretty much set up, the interview process, work with your schedules, and having the nannies or babysitters do a meet and greet with you. After all of that has been said and done, that's when the nanny agency does the background checks. They'll do the background checks, they'll verify credentials such as references, motor vehicle reports, if driving is required, as well as certifications like CPR, first aid, and SIDS. After that, once they place a nanny with your family, then depending on the agency, they'll put the nanny on their payroll system where, the agency is responsible for all the taxes and law obligations in regards to the nanny. So like I said, they do everything for you. And worst case scenario, say that the nanny that you choose from the agency is, sick, or they're not able to show up for work. You have that peace of mind from that agency to kind of provide you with a backup care. Like I said, depending on which nanny agency that you go through. Now, like I said, each nanny agency has their perks, pros and cons. Now, the childcare site where you can find your own nanny and babysitters. So pretty much everything that a nanny agency would do, you would do that all by yourself. Now, with a nanny job site, basically what you'd be doing is browsing through numerous profiles so that you can decide who you want to get on the phone with, a phone interview. Then after you do that, then it comes the in-person interview. After the in-person interview, then it comes doing that final selection and choosing who do you want to be your caretaker for your children. Now, I know that sounds like a piece of cake, but it's not. Reason being is because when you're browsing through numerous profiles, you also got to factor in the time it takes to browse through those profiles. Not only that, when you're responding to candidates that you're interested in, you also have to kind of understand that half of those candidates may not reply back to you. So, like I said, after that process goes, there's that in-person interview. After the in-person interview, you have to pay for the background checks. Now, of course, I know you guys are thinking, well, background checks are cheap and everything. Yeah, it is. Then after the background checks, then once you have performed your background check on your childcare professional, you have to put them on payroll. Now, if you intend to pay your nanny or babysitter more than $600 throughout the year, they have to be put on payroll where tax is being taken out like a W-2. Then after that, they have to be covered. Workers' compensation. If your nanny were to have like a slip and fall or some type of accident were to happen. Then if your nanny is a full-time nanny, you have to be able to provide benefits such as, PTO, healthcare, benefits such as vision and dental. And then you also have to factor into play that say if your nanny calls out sick, then you're gonna have to do that process again into finding a reliable person who can be a backup. So there you guys have it, the difference between a nanny agency and a nanny job care site. Are you recording?